you know, talking about the technology and the development is I mean, you have to go into that, but are there any examples of real world applications? You've actually brought this to a client and they've, had measurable results.
Yeah, look, it's a great question. And we've got one which I think we published sometime last year. It's about a gold mining customer in Victoria, in Australia. And, it's actually it's one of our products, a small one. I've got the piece of hardware here, actually. So this little thing is a measurement device, and it tells you which way your drill core was facing when you're down the hole. So it's important for structural geology. It's important maybe you're chasing a gold vein. You want to know which way it's going. And this thing, basically it replaces a wear part. This is actually an unreleased version. This is the next version that's coming out from hardware mods, but it replaces a wear bushing in the hardware assembly. So you're taking something that's a piece of metal that breaks. You put this measurement device on it. So it's very, very light. It's significantly lighter than most other options in market. And again, it's that workflow piece, right? So you're not asking anyone to carry any extra hardware, add things on the end, which is what typically people have to do. You're just inserting something into the assembly that they use. Now, the reason that we do all this, right, and the reason why I kind of harp on about it is the hypothesis is if you make it as easy as possible for the people who are using the tools, right, with the least disruption, the most reliability, then you'll get more measurements and then more of them at a higher quality. Right? That's the hypothesis, and that's why we do all this, because we want to take measurements, better measurements, higher quality. So the case study was, this customer went and did a bunch of tests. They had historical data with a different type, and they tried basically all the ones in market, and they saw over a period of time, and I think it was a 12 to 18 months. So it was a pretty long study that they were getting significantly more measurements and more measurements that passed QC. Over that time period. I can't remember the numbers, but it was like a 50% increase or 50% decrease in failure rate that they were seeing. And, the reason is because this sits in the assembly, whereas the other options out there, they're extended on, you need extra bits to attach them. You need to do something different. It creates weak points. So for me, the case study itself, like it's not full of pictures or it's not like an Orica case study where there's lots of photos of things blowing up. But actually, it's really valuable because that hypothesis that says make it easy for the user and you'll get more data at a higher quality. I think it really proves it. So yeah, it's a good one. I love these things. It's the first bit of hardware that I saw when I started joining with Axis. They look really super cool in the little case when they pop out. So, and it's been really popular with our customers.
It's just always impressive when somebody can design. Yeah. Cause it's one thing to design something that tacks on. It's another thing to design something that integrates. They're very different things.
Yeah. And it's, there's so much effort and skill in making something that looks really, really simple.
Exactly.
And functions, in a simple way. Yeah.